Joe Holden was a man of the world. When Joe asked me to spread his ashes, he didn't say where.
We are laying Daddy to rest in Montecito a week from Saturday, next to Mother.
Francine, I promised Joe.
We also need to discuss this house.
But this is our home. It's Francine. She's threatening to sell the house unless I give her Joe's ashes.
Joe wouldn't want you to lose this house.
That was our villa. She's bringing Daddy's ashes.
You're doing the right thing, especially going in person. And we'll come with you.
We'll what?
Shotgun!
Don't let anything happen to Joe.
California, here we come. Have you ever been to Salt Flats?
No?
Stop the guy, damn it!
Carol Brim said, damn it. I did not. And don't you dare tell anyone.
Well, I'm talking to Jessica Lange and Joan Allen from the absolutely charming and very touching film Bonneville. I just had a wonderful time seeing it last week.
Oh, good.
Yes. Is it very unusual? Now, your characters, you take this wonderful road trip from Pocatello, Idaho to Santa Barbara. Is it unusual as women to see screenplays coming to your desks about women buddy pictures and women road trips? Is this unusual for you?
It is.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
What is the appeal of doing a film like this?
Well, I think there were a few things that were appealing. I mean, when I came on, Jessica was on initially, and by the time I came on, Jessica and Kathy Bates were set, and I was thrilled at the prospect of working with both of them. And it seemed intriguing. Jessica was also very enthusiastic about doing a road picture, which is a very specific genre, which she had never tackled before, and I had never experienced, and she got me enthused about that. and you know, going to this state of Utah where we shot most of it, gorgeous locations. There was a lot of that appeal.
We're stranded.
Don't worry, everything's fine.
No, I didn't. Carol Brim said, damn it.
I did not. And don't you dare tell anyone.
Someone will come by. We could die here.
The locations were marvelous. I mean, just watching the film. Have you been to, or are there any new places that you went to that you've never seen before? Was it like a vacation for you?
All of those places. I mean, I had seen the Salt Flats once, but no, Bryce Canyon, Lake Powell. I mean, those were all new. Wendover.
Wendover. That was new.
That was new.
And I hadn't seen any of them either. I hadn't visited the state before that, so it was a real treat.
Now, your character is more of a conservative religious woman. I understand you did a lot of research by actually visiting families and Mormon communities?
I did. I spent about a week before we started our own little rehearsal and filming, because I felt it was important to have a better understanding of the overall religion and to meet some real people, and a few women. One woman in particular was incredibly generous with her time, and opened up her home to me and went to church, and then Sunday dinner, and then I went to a women's night at the church one Wednesday night for a few hours, and it was very illuminating.
Neither one of us should be going on this trip.
Oh, come on.
Leave Arlo alone for a whole week?
Well, how would you know? You haven't left his side since high school.
I have so.
Trips to the ladies' room don't count.
And when did you last have to take care of a man, Miss Freezebird?
Well, why do you think I booked that stupid cruise? I was hoping to take care of a man one more time before I die.
Margene.
Come on, get over here.
No, I'm busy.
Carol's had enough adventure for one day.
You two don't think I'm any fun, do you?
No, we think you don't think you're any fun.
When we first see your character, Jessica, it's a very natural look. It's a very strikingly natural look and very simple. Can you tell us about the choice to have the character look that way?
Well, I think, I mean, for any actor, you've got to figure out where are these people from, how do they live their lives. And in my case, I mean, the opening scene, I've just traveled back from Borneo. You know, I've been out in the jungle and now have traveled probably several days, you know, had to walk for a day or two to get back to a town, to get on a bus, to take me to a plane. So, you know, you figure all that in and try to. I mean, of course, it's always second guessing, but you try to figure out, well, what would be honest in this case, you know. She's worn out. She's been on the road for a while under the worst of circumstances, you know, bringing her dead husband home. So you don't want to look too glamorous.
People commenting at the screening I went to, you know, she looked exhausted, spent, but absolutely radiant.
Oh, well,
amazing combination there.
Well, that is
That's what you want. Exactly.
Were there any special challenges working with a first-time director in a case like this?
Well, you know, there is to a degree. Chris is a lovely human being, and that in and of itself is worth a tremendous amount. I mean, just to be able to walk on the set and feel a supportive atmosphere, and a safe atmosphere, is really almost, if you only got that one thing as an actor, you know, you're way ahead of the game, because if you're trying to, you know, expose these emotional things, you want to feel like it's safe, and you're not going to be with somebody who's going to scream at you and do all these kinds of things. So Chris is a very, very lovely man. I think he was gentle with us. He was as helpful as he could be. He was partnered with a wonderful cinematographer, which I think for first-time directors is key. Yeah. You need a very strong cinematographer, a very good first AD, because they need, you know, it's a learning curve for them as well. And I think that all was the case on the film.
Burned down the whole boat. Well, you didn't have to throw it overboard.
What was it?
Asphalt.
What was it supposed to be?
I don't know, but whatever it was, at least we know water kills it.
Okay, Martha Stewart, you make dinner.
Things work out in ways that we can't always understand.
I suppose. I mean, look at Joe. When he left Santa Barbara, he never expected to live the rest of his life in Pocatello.
Well, who expects that?
Or to die in Borneo. But you know what? I don't think he would have changed a bit.
Luscious. Oh, loser. She's not answering.
I just don't understand why you're trying so hard not to get to Santa Barbara when it's the whole reason that we're on this trip. You're so worried about Francine. I am not worried about Francine. I am worried about you. Where do you think you're going to live?
In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I want to be.
Martine's not back yet. Guess I've always had a problem with authority figures.
More like authority's got a problem with you.
To feel you all around me.
He took me dancing. Yeah? I haven't done that in 15 years. Oh, that's too long.
Well, try and catch the wind.
You two don't think I'm any fun, do you?
You don't think you're any fun.